February 2020, I was fired from my job, and I told my boss, or ex-boss at the time, I was not interested in working for anybody else. I had to figure out, how can I continue to provide for my family? How can I continue to make money on my own terms, since I was not interested in working for anybody else? I was gonna make it on my own. I was gonna figure it all out. I realized at that time I was able to use these side hustles, these gig apps, to help me make a reasonable living for myself. Now it's been quite a while since then. I found many different types of ways to make money, different types of side hustles to make a good living, where I was able to pay off my car. Without these side hustles, I would not be able to do what I'm currently doing. I would have to go get a regular job. I'm gonna talk about my 5 favorite side hustles that I use to make money every single day. Side hustles that I actually use, that I actually make money from. When you're a full-time gig worker, right? When you're a freelancer, whatever you want to call yourself, you have to develop your utility kit, right? You're like Batman. Well, without the billions of dollars, of course. But you're like Batman, you have this utility belt, and each part of that utility belt is another way to make money, because you are a gig worker. There's ebbs and flows with income. So to try to maintain a consistent level of income, you're gonna have to have multiple ways of making money. This is my personal list of my 5 favorite ways to make money, my 5 side hustles. So let's get this work. I'm going to combine all the apps, the delivery ones and the shopping ones. DoorDash, Instacart, Uber Eats, Grubhub, Shipped. All of those apps are basically more or less the same. These apps helped me tremendously back in 2020 when the lockdowns were happening. I got let go of my job. I did not have a real sustainable way to make an income because my dog walking and boarding business was completely shut down. There was no dog to walk when everyone was stuck in their home. So the first thing I decided to do was sign up for Uber Eats. But I really did not know what I was getting myself into, but I did like that idea. And I think the biggest thing about delivery apps and these apps in general is how quickly you can get paid. You can work for a few hours and cash out. That's the game changer. That's just how busy it was back in 2020. People wanted food. People weren't going outside. And we did very, very well back in 2020. We did very well because there was a lot of work and the orders were flowing and the tips were coming. And I was able to able to pay bills and continue living my life as normal as possible, considering how crazy it was during those times. Let's talk about the cons of delivery apps. I know this channel is about delivery apps for the most part. It's not as flexible as you think. You have to work a good amount of time to make any money. Like the idea, you want to make $200 an hour, well, be prepared to be outside for 8 to 10 to 12 hours a day. So if you're looking for a work-life balance, you're looking to take a step back, you have some different things you want to do, take care of your kids, take care of your significant other. Well, if you're trying to make serious money with these delivery apps, you're going to have to be outside all the time. Now, as used cars have become more expensive, gas is more expensive, it's becoming an idea that it may not be the best idea to continue to do this long-term, full-time. And some people gotta do what they gotta do, but I realized even early on that delivery apps, shopping apps should not be my full-time situation. I realized that this is great for right now, but it wasn't a good thing long-term. But it's a really, really great way to kind of start having a business mindset, to understand seasonal situations, when things are busy, when things are not. That's where part of a business really makes sense, when you start to understand that, the time to make money may not be every day, but maybe certain times a day, certain times a week, certain events. You start to have an idea of when is the big money days. And as I was doing that, I discovered another side hustle that I really, really enjoy, and that is selling things on eBay. So I love eBay. It's the easiest way to sell anything that you currently have. The stuff that I initially sold on eBay, I was able to buy this camera I'm talking to you right now. Some of the equipment that I have, I just had a lot of crap in my house. And I wasn't necessarily a hoarder, but a lot of electronic stuff. The amount of video games that I had that I didn't play anymore, CDs, different types of article clothing. You'd be surprised on eBay, you can basically sell anything. People, and including myself, love checking out eBay for good finds, much cheaper than buying it new. You can really make some good money selling things on eBay. Everyone has things in their house. I'm sure you have some things in your house that could be very valuable, things you don't touch, certain things are just sitting there just collecting dust. All you gotta do, just sign on to eBay, take some pictures, just follow exactly what the app is saying. And shipping is not difficult at all. We all buy things from Amazon and these other companies. We have boxes all over our house. All you have to do is get some packaging material. Make sure you have a printer. Hopefully you have a printer. And when you are ready to sell, print out the packing sheet, slap the address on the box and take it to wherever you gotta go, either FedEx, postal office, service. You can take it a step further and make some good money on eBay if you're into the thrifting stuff, if you're into going and buying things on the cheap at Goodwill or at a thrift store, and then you can resell it. You can make a good amount of money selling things on eBay. Now the next side hustle, this is the side hustle that became my main hustle, and that is Rover. Yes, we're gonna talk about Rover. When I first started to realize I needed to work to make a living, right? Like I'm an adult now, I have to start making some money. I thought, I don't like people. This is at the time. I did not like people. Wasn't as social, wasn't interested in communicating to anyone. I was just too much in my head, too anxious. And I realized, okay, what kind of job I'm going to do? And I said, hey, you know what? I'm going to work with animals. So I went and I applied to all different types of jobs with animals, all pet shops. I kept applying, and I eventually finally found a job, and I've been just doing those kind of jobs for as long as I've been working, to be honest. And from then on, I discovered the app called Rover. And Rover is an on-demand pet sitting, dog walking app. If you have a dog and you want it to be walked, whether it's a one-time thing or you want a weekly schedule, you can find and connect with pet care for professionals that could take care of your dog. Either it's a house sitting, dog walking, dog boarding, cat sitting. Take care of exotic animals, turtles. I mean, at one time I took care of this little bird. I don't know what it was. It was a bird. And you can make a good amount of money doing it. And I like Rover because it's a next level. If you want to go with like delivery apps, shopping apps, you have no control over how much the order is. You have really not much control. Basically, just throw a job at you, you're going to take it or not take it. If I wanted to charge a dog walk for $150, I can. Now, I strongly doubt anyone is going to basically pay for that, but I can, compared to other gig apps where you have no control on what you're worth other than accepting and declining an offer. With Rover, you have a storefront, a virtual storefront of your profile, and you decide how much money you're going to charge for your services. So now you're really getting to the idea of a business where you have to look at the market. You got to look at other sitters, community, how much they're charging for a dog walk, how much they're charging for a dog boarding visit or whatever, right? Look at their profile. What are they saying? Is it working? Look at the reviews. This is when there's the next level of business comes into play, because now you have to make decisions. Hey, should I undercharge my competition? Should I charge more for my competition? What is how much should I pay, or how much should I charge for walking a dog a half an hour or an hour? Those are really important decisions you make, because a lot of clients will decide based on your profile and based on how much you charge whether they're going to take your business or not. Then you also have to start learning how to communicate, how to sell yourself. One of the things you're going to have to do for new clients is do a meet and greet. You're going to have to talk to the client to have them trust you that you could take care of their dog and not kill it. That's just, they want their dog back or their animal back in one piece, not in multiple pieces, one piece. I've been on the app since 2018. I have accumulated hundreds of reviews. I've been around so many animals, so I can pick and choose the animals I want to work with and the clients I want to work with because I put so much time in it. So it was a side hustle, but now it's basically my full-time job. I do that and also have private clients where they pay me directly. So I have that this hustle is probably the biggest bulk of all my income is coming from this side hustle. User interviews. I made a video about this, and it's a really nice way to make some pocket change. You can make a good amount of money on user interviews if you apply for a lot of studies. If you get into a few of them, you can get $100 a month, $200 a month if you qualify. And there's so many studies out there. I'm not going to talk too much about user interviews, but if you're interested, it is a website. It's a platform where researchers for major companies like Adobe, CNN, like billion-dollar companies, looking for participants, looking for people to ask questions, interview, basically a survey. And as a participant, me and you, if you apply, you sign up for a study, you fill out some questionnaires, like basically a little form. And if you qualify for the study and you participate in the study, they will pay you. Now they'll pay you, you can pay you in cash, a gift card, but there's studies that you can get up to $100. I suggest anybody, if it's interested, check it out. Put the link in the description. Check it out. You may actually like what you see, and apply for as many studies as you can. Now, this is my favorite side hustle that I hope one day will become my main hustle, and that is YouTube, y'all. The thing that you're watching my face. Now, I've been very fortunate to have a monetized channel within a year. I know how hard it is to do YouTube and make YouTube videos because this is probably my third attempt of making a YouTube channel. The other two it was just channels that I did not put a lot of effort in, to be honest. I kind of quit kind of early. This one kind of made sense for me because I was doing gig work, and I'm still currently doing gig work. I wanted to continue to talk about it and express myself, and then at the same time learn how to create a video, how to edit a video. And it's been a fantastic experience so far, just be able to connect with people with just the ability to record something that people actually find interesting and find valuable or entertaining. It's something amazing, but it takes a lot of effort. I would say I spend hundreds of hours editing videos. It's a lot of work going through your analytics. But YouTube is a marathon. It's not a sprint. If you really care about making videos and going through the grunt work and looking at and posting videos and realizing that either it flops or it does well, and just keep grinding and grinding out, it's a really worthwhile side hustle. I will say this is the side hustle that matters to me the most because the amount of effort I put into it and the amount of care I really care about talking to people and communicating with people and hopefully saying something that actually matters, saying something that actually helps people, and getting paid for it. There's nothing wrong with getting paid for your efforts, but it takes a lot of effort. And there's so many different ways to get paid on YouTube other than AdSense. There's affiliate marketing. You can get brand deals. You can go all over the place in terms of making money on YouTube. And eventually the goal is that I want to make this into I want this to be my main source of income. That's the goal. And that's what I'm going to eventually do. So that is my favorite ways to make money. And I'm going to continue to try to find other ways. I want to get to a point where I am not dependent on delivery apps to make money, even to a point not depending on Rover to pay money. I want to find other ways to make money from my home. And that's the direction I am currently going. But put in the comments below, what are your favorite side hustles? What is your favorite ways to make money? And what is your plans over the next year or so? I will be very interested to hear everyone's opinion. Oh, I keep hitting this poor mic. Thank you for taking time to watch this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video.